Welcome back, folks, to Let's Find Your Inner Darkness Part 5. Oh, I'm just joking. It's Resident Evil. Ah. Anyways, we just got to the residence, and we're going to go ahead and replace our ink ribbons and get rid of some of our inventory. Okay, never mind. I'll go back and replace. Uh, I'm going to go ahead and use the mixed herb, the brown special edition one, because it will fix... Am I going to get rid of it? Make up your mind, pass fill. Okay, no, we're just going to get the blue herb, because there are some enemies at the very beginning of this residence that will poison you, of the eight-legged variety. But we're gonna go in this door, and you're gonna be greeted to one of, I want to say there's only two enemies in here that will poison you, and one of them will just drop down right behind you. Oh, it's a spider! And just shoot it down. You can shoot the spider about 3 times with your shotgun, and it will die. If you're lucky, you might be able to take it out with 2. And really, there's only one reason to come in here, and that's just to get a book. There will be some lanterns or candles, whatever you want to call them, that will light up and give you a hint to our puzzle that Jill will have to do. But since we're Chris, we actually do not have to do that puzzle, at least in memory, because Chris has no idea how to play Basic Chemistry Edition. I'm not joking about that. And really what you need to get is down here some shotgun shells, and there'll be another candle, like 2 candles that you can light here. And I'm in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this, but eventually I remember, oh yeah, we don't actually need to do this with Chris. So these candles will correspond to a to some I can't think what they're called. Anyways, pull balls up here. And the pull balls here are going to tell you a code that you're going to have to enter to get into a medical room. But like I said, we don't actually need to do that because Chris doesn't know how to do basic addition and chemistry. And by basic chemistry, I mean 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, so forth and so on like that. So you don't need to pay any special mind to that. And there is another spider here, but I don't need to bother with it. And really, I didn't even need to kill this spider, but you know, people hate spiders. Spiders don't bother me. I'm more of a, I don't like snakes, but thankfully, we don't have to deal with the yawn for a while. So you want to push this box here because this box is going to form a bridge of sorts to cross this little bit of the hallway safely, because the boss of the residence will attack you if you try to cross through this walkway without going over the box, because you cover up this hole that we just did, right? You just move the box over right here, and then there's still a hole that you can walk over, and the plant boss will attack you, and that's no fun. No one likes to take damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace these herbs, and well, first I'm gonna see what's in this box first. It might be some green herbs, blue herbs, or a green and a blue herb mix. So that's nice. So we're going to go and put some of this away. And to my knowledge, there are no more enemies in this mansion that will poison us. So we don't have to worry about spiders. So I'm going to go ahead and place... Well, first I'm going to make more brown herb mix. And I'm going to replace it with the green herb mix. Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to use any herbs. Because I don't think there's no... Yeah, so we just need a shotgun and shells, and that's it. Because there's no... There are enemies in here, but the enemies are in rooms that you won't really visit, except for one very often. So climb over the box you placed over the hole, climb over all these boxes, and then go back through this door here. And this will lead us to the second part of the residence, which is just going to be a hallway of sorts that has two doors and a map. And one thing to bear in mind is when you grab this map, and you kind of have to grab this map to progress plot eventually. Whatever you do, do not examine the hole that's in the wall. Otherwise, you will be attacked viciously by bees, and bees are no bueno. You just don't want to deal with bees. Now, there is a zombie in this room, and I want to say in the bathroom. It's been a while since I actually recorded part 4. Actually, there's no zombie here, but there is a key in here. We're gonna go and take it. And we are going to... I think this is the room where the... Yo, zombie! Okay, one thing I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that zombie's there. So if you stab the zombie in the head and you proceed to blow the zombie's head off, the dagger will fall out of the head. I probably mentioned that earlier in the previous parts, but uh, the dagger will fall out. And this memo is talking about the boss that's actually in one of the two bosses that are in this area, Plant 42. Plant 42, there's two ways that you can deal with Plant 42, but there's only one way to deal with it in Chris's case. Chris will have to fight Plant 42. Jill will have an option to fight Plant 42, or she can poison the plant, and then Barry can deal with Plant 42. Completely up to you how you want to deal with it with Jill. Personally, I just like to avoid the fight, so I'll just poison the mess out of Plant 42 with Jill. But because Chris cannot work chemistry or addition, like I said, he will have to fight the Plant 42. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move these obviously very not well hidden. Well, not well hidden. They are very obviously right in front of me. But you have to move these bookshelves to reveal where the basement is, aka the Aqua Ring, which has an amazing track. It's one of the few parts. No, there's more than a few parts of the game that have tracks, but that one in particular is one of my favorites. So we got key 001, and I'm not going to bother to. Should I? No, I don't think I'm ever going to reload that shotgun. That shotgun's already served its purpose. You'll see what I mean here in a little bit. Uh, we're going to upgrade our shotgun in this part. Yay! So go back over these boxes. Don't go through that little alleyway you just created there, because again, the boss will attack you there. I probably should have just went ahead and showed it. But we're going to open up this door here with the key. And we're going to go in here. We're going to get, I think, the gallery key. And we'll get a stupid weapon. But go ahead and go in here. And then I think the key, no, the key's not here. I think it's just a self-defense dagger that's in here. And then whatever you do, just don't stay in here too long, because the zombie body is right there. I don't have to burn these bodies because, again, I'm never going to be venturing into these rooms. And once they're down, even though they might resurrect as Crimson Heads, as long as you don't go back in the room, they won't resurrect as a Crimson Head. So that body moved. But again, I'm never going to be in this room ever again. And the zombie that's just floating there is going to just stay there. I think if you examine this stuff here first, and you go into the bathroom and go in there, the zombie will unfly itself back to the floor, and then will try to attack you. But here we'll get a note from the zombie, and saying that, you know, there was no other way. He had to take out Robert, who was in the bath. I think it was Robert. And then he decided, well, you know what, I don't want to deal with this, so I'm just going to deal with it. So, poor Linda. Anyways, carrying on. There's some magazines here, which honestly, I don't use the pistol anymore in this game, unless it's at the very end of the game when I have a very ample supply of grenades that I'm just going to just get captured and then just start feeding people or zombies grenades and then deal with them that way. So that is my strategy for the end game, but certainly you can approach that a number of different ways. So let's put the self-defense gun here, because I think it just sucks. I've never actually used it. It might be a gun that one bullet and then it just blasts everything away. But I don't know. I don't think it's a gun like that where it's like a Kamehameha handgun. Like Chris is just holding the handgun, like Kamehameha, and then he shoots it, and it's like, oh, this didn't do anything. At least that's what I think it does. I could be completely wrong. I normally just stow that thing away because I just keep my shotgun. But in my last few playthroughs of this game, once I get to this point, I just unequip the shotgun, and then I just carry the control room key, heal an item in case I need it, and then I go this way. Because really, the enemies that you face in the Aqua Ring, if you can't guess that we're going to fight some aquatic creatures, well, we can't really kill them with a shotgun because they're in the water, but we will deal with them in a particular way. So, go in here. We've taken out all the zombies here, so we just go down here, and we're going to be greeted to, I would say, this is probably my favorite track in Resident Evil, and it's just, we're not down here long enough. And it's just like a few notes. Do, 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 do. And unfortunately, for my wife, she goes crazy over the song because it's just so repetitive for her. But I love the ambience of this track so freaking much. It's amazing. Uh, but we're gonna push these. We're gonna push these boxes here, and somehow magically they're not gonna move in the water. They're not gonna move left or right. I mean, I guess they can't move right because there's a wall. They're not gonna float to the left, and Chris is not gonna be able to just play hopscotch with these boxes, so they'll stay in the same positions, even though you're obviously pushing them. And they will not move when Chris is on top of them, so that's even more awesome and just sucks the immersion out of the real world what the real world would do. But anyways, just push these, and then if you notice, if you saw, I mean, you probably did see it, but there's water here, so we're kind of in the water level of sorts in Resident Evil, and there's really no need to carry a gun in here, as I said. So just push these, and they'll even provide healing items in here. So I generally will just come in here with one healing item just in case, or I will just take the herb that is right down here, and that would be enough to sustain me for what I need, which is what I did. And you're probably wondering, well, Phil, why'd you bring shotgun shells if you have no weapon? Well, here's the thing. We will be inheriting the shotgun of our dear good friend Richard.
Richard.
Thank you, Chris. And if Richard survived his
Chris.
poison encounter with the Yawn and Chris scenario,
Chris,
he will
stop.
meet his end here with the Neptune, which is a great white shark that was infected with the T virus. Now,
Richard.
poor Richard. He doesn't survive this journey at all. So you're going to want to run away from these sharks. These sharks will only hurt you a little bit. However, get off me. Get off me. Just kick it, Chris. Kick in the nose. There you go. Heard if you hit a shark in the nose, it'll back off. But anyways, if you notice, the music will start to pick up right about now. And you don't want to stay in this water for too long, because if you stay in this water for too long, the giant Neptune shark will, let's just say Chris will meet the same end as Richard. So we're not going to do that, because we are not going to die to shark. We're not going to be shark bait. So go in here, and we freed up an inventory slot because we just got rid of the control key. We're going to go down here. We're going to be presented a mini game. Sometimes a combination, the button will change which one you got to press. So you're going to examine this right here. And we're going to need to drain the water. But if we try to drain the water, the sharks will decide to act upon the plot god's instructions, and will continuously bash their heads in. Oh my goodness, stop talking. It will bash their noggins into the glass, and that's not fine. The critical percentage is the time limit, so you gotta release safety to push down the shutters. But of course, like in most survival horror games, Murphy's Law will hit its ugly head. So first, you gotta hit these. I really don't like that voice. For me, it was not one, so we're gonna push two. So push two, and then this will bring the shutter back up, and then we can go ahead and re-close these shutters. And first, release safety again, and then go ahead and push the shutters down. This time, the shutters should go down, and we are no longer in trouble for them breaking the glass and us meeting a very untimely end against the Neptune shark. So we are safe. That would suck if it just like the last 2 inches just did not want to go down. But anyways, go ahead and drain the water now that the sharks are no longer going to break the glass, and they will not be able to do, well, most of them will not be able to do anything to us now since the water's been drained. And as we all know, fishies, even the big giant enormous ones like the sharks, still need water to move and to breathe. So we already went drain the water so we can go out here. So now we're going to go this way, and there'll be soaked dynamite, but these shotgun shells will work absolutely well because the plot gods made them waterproof. So we get 12 shots of shotgun shells. Now, when Richard died, he actually dropped his shotgun, the assault shotgun. Now, I think the assault shotgun is quote unquote better than the normal shotgun because it carries 4 extra shells and it's a magazine tube. So that's pretty awesome. So I believe it also shoots faster, I think, but the downside is I think it hurts less, and it has a less better chance for a headshot. So if you examine the corner here for the key, that little box there, not this box, but this little corner box, I'm trying to Trying to remember where it's at, but I know you have to try to get the key for the next scene to play out. Which the Neptune is still alive because as you see there, it's still in a small pool of water. That key is right next to the mouth of the shark, and I'm not keen on getting Chris eaten. So we're gonna make fish sticks here. We're gonna push that little electric thing in, turn the power on, and we will make fish sticks from this shark. And just recently, I just remember my wife did have shark here lately, and she said it tastes like chicken. I don't know about that. I'm not a seafood person. Um, if I was meant to eat seafood, I imagine that God would have made me with gills and fins and everything. I'd be in the water. Anyways, I digress. So we killed the Neptune shark, and then we can go ahead and examine our box of herbs. So 2 green herbs, and we can go ahead and mix those 2 green herbs with the green herb I got upstairs for a full heal. Now, we're going to go ahead and leave. We already got the gallery key, which is the last door in the... No, it's the second to last door that's locked in the residence. So we're going to go ahead and go upstairs. And this will be the only time we'll be in the Aqua Ring. If you're Jill, then you might have to revisit the Aqua Ring later if you want. There's some Magnum rounds here, so we're going to need these. Yay! That will be the ammo for my end-game weapon. As I said, that's what we're going to take out the last boss with. And anything that is foolish enough to still be alive that I just wish to undead alive. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and open this door from the other side. And we are done with the Aqua Ring. And alas, I totally am going to miss the track. So go up the ladder. And we'll be back in the residence. And like I said, we'll never be down here in the Aqua Ring in this playthrough. Dude. So we're going to go ahead and use that key to open up the gallery. And then from the gallery, we will, well, do stuff. So let's see. Go around here. We'll go ahead and unlock the gallery. And then we're going to go back to the save room, I believe, because I need to get that book to go ahead and solve the next puzzle area. So open this door. Go back to the save room, and I'll play a little bit of rearranging with my inventory, and then we'll be done with this part. So, and I'll catch you folks on the next part, but not yet. We still got about 2 minutes ish. So you still got me for 2 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the shotgun shells, and we're going to go ahead and put away the Magnum rounds. I like to keep 2 full heal items here. If you got a green herb, there's actually a red herb. I think it's 2 red herbs. So you can get 2 green herbs and then get your 2 red herbs and where we're going to go. Mix them and then we'll have our full heal items. So, oh no, we're not going to finish at the save room. We're going to save at the room right before the boss. So we still got a little bit of time. So we're going to go back to the gallery that we just unlocked. Go in there, and then I believe we'll be done with there. Because I can already see the timeline. We're almost done with this part. So go here, we're going to go into the gallery, and we're going to see the door that Jill would have to mess around with if we were playing with Jill. And the interesting thing about the door, I think the only numbers that are involved in that puzzle are 3, 5, and 6, I think, or 6 and 9. Anyways, we're not Jill. If I do decide to play this game again as Jill, we'll deal with that. So we'll take the insecticide spray, which is what we're going to use to deal with these bees! Bees everywhere! Anyways, don't shoot the bees. Don't waste your ammo. Just run away from them. It's not worth shooting bees unless you're Wesker. Wesker can shoot bees and kill them. I'm not joking about that. So, go here, this little hall, this hole. Go ahead and insecticide the hallway and kill these little bee bastards. Anyways, take them out. I guess you can say they're not all they were to be. That was horrible. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to play Crash 3. I still don't want to play Crash 1. But anyways, we're going to go all the way back here to where that hive was. We're going to get the key. That key will open up that door that we just passed. You see there's a red herb. So if you really want to, you can bring 2 green herbs in and you have 2 full heals, because there's a red herb in this right before the giant door as well. So go ahead and use the key, and I'll catch you in the next part, folks, later, and bye. And the red herb's right there.